Like I'm number one, in my position and in myself as well. So, I mean, I'm just going to add more value to the team and be an impact. Yeah, I mean, it was just just full of excitement. Just really just happy of all the accomplishments that I made. Leading up to this point.
Jihaad, can you talk about your thoughts on just the Eagles' defense and how they've utilized linebackers?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a very multiple defense. That they have. You see a guy like Zach Bond. You see a guy like Nolan Smith. Their whole D line. I mean, you seen the game versus Pat Mahomes and what they did to them. So, just leaning towards that and really understanding that, I'm really excited. To come in and learn the scheme and just attack it each and every day. Just being very versatile, just being that dominant force, and him allowing me to do that, coming into this defense of my own and, learning from him, learning from the veteran guys and just applying it to my game and, really just being a dominant force, like I said. So.
Jen Kelly Strong.
Yeah, that's great. He's a great guy. He's an awesome player. I'm excited to meet him.
Like getting Howie Roseman knowing that you're coming back home?
It was a surreal moment. It was like dreams to reality for real. Because, I always remember, just having that Eagles jersey on and always, being a representation of, watching the Eagles. Even when I was at like First Watch, brunch place and, watching them on TV with my pops and stuff like that. And, my whole family's all Eagles fans, so it was a dream come true. The right fit. Say it again.
Who's your favorite player growing up?
Might got to be Brian Dawkins. Got to be. Just that tenacity that he brings to the game, like in that aggression. That's what I bring to the game. That competitive nature and that certain type of attitude that you have a want to win and you have a will to learn. So.
What does it mean to have this journey come full circle for you? You started obviously in South Jersey.
Yeah, it means a lot. It's just God's plan, and I'm following, straight through His guide, of, whatever He poses, for me, and I'm just blessed and I'm honored.
Jihaad, do you have your family with you right now?
Yeah, well, not right now, but yeah, they left. Yeah. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, for sure.
Good luck.
Yeah, can you stand up so we can see it?
I got you. I got y'all real quick. A lot of meaningful people in here. So I got a lot of my family members, that always just supported me and, just paved the way for me in my journey in my career. And, all the sacrifices and all the long nights and early mornings of taking me to practice and picking me up from, the football field or the basketball gym or whatever, like, those don't go unnoticed, and I definitely want to give a special shout out to Miss Mary. She passed away. She was my academic advisor. And, I just never forget about her. I always miss her, and, I definitely love her. And this was definitely dedicated for her. So. No, Alabama. Yeah.
Jihaad, Eagles fans know a lot about the Georgia boys. What should we know about the Bama boys?
Oh, man. Hey, what can I say? I'm going to Philly. I'm coming to win. Georgia, Bama boys, we colliding. It's the best thing. But in that college season, you know who I'm going for.
A lot of these draft picks are going to teams that were mediocre. You're going to a world champion. Is that going to be?
Say the best for last, man. The rich just got richer.
Is that going to give you a little added pressure knowing you're going in with some guys that just want a trophy?
Damn right. I'm going to feel good. Just getting in with them guys and building that relationship and that bond. And really, even learning from Jalen Hurts and, what he looks at, being a QB and, how I can take that game and apply it to mine.
Tyler Steen was one of your favorites.
Oh, I forgot. Tyler Steen over there, too. It mean a lot. Damn, that's crazy. It goes to show you that, like, the Eagles got a lot of Bama boys. He did a phenomenal job in the Super Bowl, and, special shout-out to that dog, man. He was at Bama doing his thing, too.
About the Georgia, you talked about the Georgia Bama boys. That's all SEC country.
Yeah.
What did playing in the SEC do to help you improve as a player on and off the field?
Being competitive. I mean, it's the best conference in the nation in college football. So I don't care about none of that Big 12, Mountain West, whatever anybody else play in. You know what I'm saying? Every week, you know, you're going to have to compete because you might not know who you're going against until you know what they got. I mean, you know, we lost to Vanderbilt, so. Like,
who's the best inside linebacker in the league right now?
Say it again?
Who's the best inside linebacker in the league to you?
I'm going to have to get back to you on that question, you know, later down the line.
Take two more questions.
What's one of the biggest obstacles you've had to face in your career?
One of the biggest obstacles? I mean, really, you know, just adversity. You know, a lot of adversity. I mean, injuries. You know, my father being gone and being incarcerated, and you know, me having to grow up, you know, as a young boy and as a, you know, into a young man, and you know, always having my family there for support and stuff like that. And you know, I think, you know, just growing into your own and you know, understanding, you know, what do you want to be and you know, what's your why and who do you do it for is very big, especially for those young athletes that's out there.
Jihaad, I understand that you and Tyler are now division rivals, but you guys both came up through IMG, you both came up through Alabama, and both your lives changed for big time tonight. Just what's it mean for you to go through these past couple of years with Tyler?
Yeah, a lot, man. Iron sharpen iron. I mean, he's an absolute dude, but we coming for him. Yeah. You have a good one.